Hello and welcome back to FIFA Manager 2020 and the fourth season start, I believe, here in Vienna National League South for Bath City. And we were off to a bad start, losing the first match against St. Albans City, a game that we probably should have won, and then we're apparently hitting all the hard teams here in the first 5 match days. So it will be a tough battle, and hopefully we'll not lose too much to the board, but the risk is that we are. No task assigned. And she's scout, yeah, there you go. So I wonder if we get new juice players once those are cleared, so to say. I hope that we do, and I hope that it's a little bit longer between the matches, and that is something it is also, so that's good. Hopefully that will mean that the players will have a chance to rest up a fair bit more energy, up to 86 now at least, so that's good. And we have discovered a player, defender here, Abram. Yeah, we can watch him like this. Doesn't matter, we'll sign him. New sponsor offer, we'll check that out. Front is fit again, and Simpson as well, so that's good. Clear lacking staff, we are doing our best. And silver sponsor here, I guess. A pretty good thunder, actually. Should have taken that, but it's 650 quid. So hey, come on, what does that matter? We'll have a look here on the transfers again. Transfer market. Oh, for the life of me, I can't understand what I did last season. I should have checked on that, where the heck I found the players, so to say. Only realistic transfers. Listed for loan, yes. Let's actually, I will cut it right here, and I actually will have a look on what I did last season around, and see if that can't be done again, so to say. Be right back. Yeah, so it really looked like the only thing were pressing the transfer list, and all domestic, continental, and I'm just having all and only realistic transfers on. Now if I just remove that, what comes down? Loan. Well, that gets us even fewer options there, actually. No, I don't wish to print the screen. Only realistic. And then we get more, actually. That is all list. Oh, just the option. Is that the problem, that we haven't used the option? Maybe. Continental. All right, so let's do all, and let's refilter here to a specific position. So a right back, only realistic, and a loan. There we go. There we go. So since we are a little bit biased, of course, to Swedish players, let's offer to loan Ostrom here. We are not affording to scout him, so that's not going to happen. Let's offer to loan him. Let's offer, we can't loan him more than 1 season, but that's all right. I can play against own club, loan fee 0. Well, I guess we can pay whatever is needed. 500, yeah. So I don't know exactly what the loan fee is, but I think it's a one-time fee. I certainly hope so. His salary at 1,200 is no problem whatsoever. Additional fee option to buy, sure. We'll take start of a loan here of Jesper Ostrom, or the offer, and we'll take a look at what we'll take a look at next. It's a left midfielder, right? Yeah, left midfielder. And the same here, loan, and unfortunately it doesn't really look like we have any good option here at all. Trent Williams here is the player that would be option to loan here, but yeah, we can't really loan those. And these players are all well, too low. Wage or the age could be more than 24. That doesn't really matter, but I don't think we're going to get in any one more really here. No, unfortunately not. We can tick off only realistic, but we can take down the level here maybe to 59. Yeah, and type. Let's sort type by loan. 2 players here to loan, and those are the same. Now the option here is, of course, to try and buy someone. So let's have a look at the top here in terms of the level. Unavailable. So who would we choose then to buy? Well, as I said, we are biased to Swedish players. This player here doesn't seem to have a contract at all. Take on trial. I don't know if we'll actually learn anything about the players if we do that. But we'll try. So finally we are maybe finding the tools that we are needing to have a successful campaign here in FIFA Manager. And let's continue here. And yeah, we don't really get to know much more by having them on trial. Let's see here if we can't offer to Pontus Karlsson. Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. And that here weren't that crazy, so might be a player that we could offer. Well, he's 31. That's really quite old for sure. Didn't realize that, so we'll definitely skip that. Our team rating 546 here. And we will accept that. Yes. And we will do Jesper Ostrom. He did come in here. Yeah, so he's level 49. So not the greatest, but enough to take a place here directly instead of Beal. The same base level. Beal needs to get back in and develop if he wants to keep his place. So not super much of an improvement there, but a little bit at least, so that's good. Talk to our players. Did well in training. And can we do more in the transfer market here? Are we able to find a loan or a left midfielder? So I guess here, well, anyone that is by here that don't have a contract is what we are going to look at. Pontus Carlson, of course, there didn't really want to speak with us. Unavailable. Franco here. Financial limit, yeah, I understand. And we can't pay the closest to what they are asking for there. Unavailable by Kaupas here. Let's see here. Financial limit, yeah, we're not really going to go to the financial limit. That's just not happening. Unavailable to anyone that is a free agent. Next up we have our negotiate, yeah. Don't understand how they can have so crazy demands. Harry Pritchard here. I said crazy demands. Dan Charles. No, we're just not 16,000 per year now. It's not happening. And then I'm going to get down to level 40, and that's obviously not going to be good enough for us. So that's over. What we can do and will do, of course, is have a look here on scouting and next again. So we'll need to choose a player, apparently. Let's say send Alstrom to that. Like so. We'll watch a futsal event. So we will keep working instead the youth events and everything like that. So we will do instant result here, and our team rating 546 versus Boreham Woods 627. And we'll say get out there and keep it simple. Energy is up decent now on our players, not great but decent. Stern being the player that is really tired, and Boreham Woods actually getting a red card in the first half here. So the scoreline after one half is 0-0 for Bassett versus Boreham Woods. And let's say just play like we practice in training. I will let the assistant do the talk. Atmosphere unfortunately down to 7, so we need to have a good match here soon to not drop down into chaos in terms of atmosphere, but unfortunately we get a goal against us here in the second half, so the end result for Bassett versus Boreham Woods is 0-1, even though they were one player short. But as you see here, team rating after match, they still had a higher team rating than us. Shots 48, shots on target 2-5, chances 5-11, and possession 40-60%. So nothing too unexpected there, losing that match. Unfortunately, no one really shining there. And after that match, dropping down to 19th place, 4 points up to a playoff spot. And we'll continue here to work ourselves further, so to say. So we'll constantly go back to the scouting tab. We really should have a look though if it's costing us anything, but we do have a good amount of cash. I'm actually not really that worried about it. And our amateur coach have taken a lot of youth players into the reserve squad, I guess, which is a good thing for sure also. And let's see here, scouting, monitor our league. Yeah, we will. Spawn pitch tournament, sure. And what more? We should have a look here on the budget. We're on par with everything. Exact construction and MISC, and nothing too unexpected, that is. Connor Whittle in our youth squad, yeah. We're pretty decent actually. Oh. So yeah, we quite a few players that are, well, not decent, but a little bit. And end of the trials there, nothing too exciting about that. We should talk to our players. So Pokercliff wants to improve, dislikes competition for his spot. Yeah, you are not having any competition at all, really. So, and you are developing so far 62 points this season, so that's actually quite great. And let's see here. Better in air. Should we say that you should be better in the air? I would say that might be something that you would agree on. Yeah, so that's definitely something that can be beneficial for us. We should have a look here on the accounting journal. So loan fee, yeah, player match bonus, gate, travel cost here maybe, but I don't think we have any real cost for doing the scouting there, so I think we'll keep that up. So the match here against the Truro City will do instant result for this one as well, and this is a match that we must win with our team rating 545 versus theirs 472. And we'll go with a little bit of a limb there and say this one is in the bag, even though that's a risk. And we are having a bit of tired players all around, I would say. And what do we have at the moment? Oh, 45th minute. And yeah, all right so far. We're leading the match 1-0, and Ostrom is doing a really good match, and our attackers as well. And very good, keep it up, is what we'll say. Assistant here, atmosphere down to 6 only, teamwork at 70. So hopefully they will keep it together here in the second half, and they do extend our lead in the 54th minute. And in the 73rd as well, and Truro City were coming back in the 70th minute without reduction, but the end result is 3-1 for Bath City versus Truro City. And yeah, we have a lot of players that are pretty darn tired actually, so we'll have a look if we can't have more players in from their reserves to the first team and stuff like that. Shots 6-7, shots on target 5-5, chances 8-7, and possession 60-40%. So that's good, and that moved us up to 14th place in the league, 3 points off from a playoff spot. And that actually increased our sports up to 12. So that's good, rather than losing our goal for the season is a mid-table finish, so being 12th, or what are we placed? 14th is sort of a mid-table finish, I would say, so that's good. And our energy at 87, that's also something that sort of is coming back, so that's also good. But we'll take a look here for the match against Hampton and Richmond Borough if we are not bringing up one or two players from the reserves here. Yeah, and as you see, pretty darn close here in team rating, but a lot of difference in digital placement of best team in the league. Let assistant here choose. Central midfielder, well, we are having, as I said, quite a few players that are tired. Let's see here. Reserves, do we have any player that we actually can put into the first team? Not really. So can't help with that. And now we will get bombarded with these sort of things, but that's all right. And Beal out there for an injury for up to 4 days. That's all right. Since we do have a lone player for you anyway, so you're not really a starting player. So we'll talk with Dishara here next, who wants to improve, and you're 53, so you are definitely improving and are about to gain another experience level, so that's really good actually. Probably needs a higher league to improve even more, to be honest. Higher objectives. Yeah, maybe higher objectives is something for him to have. And we'll go instant result here also against Hampton and Richmond. And I missed to check the scouting. We'll do that right after this match. And we'll go in with, what should we say? When we say we can win, we will say we can win. So a little bit of a risky talk. And of course we get a goal against us in the first minute there. Energy is finally up to a decent level. And we are actually training by 3 goals here after one half. After a catastrophic first half in the terms of Batten, Ostrom, Stern, and Craig all having really bad ratings at 4 or 5 here after one half. So not at all what we wanted to see. No, not like this, not with us. We will battle for every ball. Must not lose. Well, that will be a hard time. And hard time. Well, we'll go with this. No one expected this, especially not such a hammering. And we'll let our assistant do the talk. Atmosphere only at 5. Getting back with 1 goal, but then getting another goal against us up to 2-4. So a little bit of a redemption in the second half, but not enough really. So the end result is 2-4 after full-time Bassett versus Hampton and Richmond Borough. And overall, bad ratings on all our players. Stats: shots 0-5, shots on target 0-2, chances 1-6, and possession 40-60%. So pretty horrific there, and dropping down to 17th place. Now 6 points off from a playoff spot. So last match coming up here, that is the tough opponents, so to say, and dropping down back to 11 in sports there. Reserves losing extremely bad as well, 0-6. And as here, watch a beach tournament. We should take the longest possible things, I guess, to get the most of it. And not forget anything. Let's have another look here at scouting. Well, not scouting, transfer market. A last look, so to say, on a left midfielder. We want loan. Yeah, we can't loan anyone here. Yeah. Let's switch to only realistic. Yeah. Can't loan any one of you, unfortunately. Will we take a look? We'll take a look here on each and single category. See if we have any realistic loan players that could be extremely good for us. So CD, central defender, loan. No. Anyone that have a rating here level over 50 is a player that we'll definitely take a look at. Only at 50. That's not so only, but yeah. At the moment it is only at 50. And strikers only at 50. So yeah, I don't think we'll find anyone there as such. So we'll continue here towards the last match of this episode. Yeah, very much jumping there. back in youth squad. So let's see here. Right midfielder. Well, you're too old to be an improvement on anything. So I don't know which is faster and which is slow. It seems to go the same tempo no matter what I'm choosing here. No. This one is fast. Definitely. So if nothing else interesting is coming up, we're definitely not doing anything here in the last 24 hours of the transfer window. And there we have it. Nothing interesting really happening. So we'll get rid of that. And yeah, a tough match for us here. And 534 being like one of the worst in the league in terms of team rating. That's pretty horrific, just due to, well, I guess dropping out Simpson here. And dropping Simpson back in would change things around, and well, Brunt as well, I guess, but resting them a little bit for some reason. Not quite sure, to be honest. But alright, we'll let our assistant manager pick. Stacia actually coming up here to quite a good level to compete for a starting position. Well, starting in the first level. Bielans and Paul still weak and Schultz weak. Well, a lot of players weak due to not being in form, really, and bad atmosphere and everything like that. So that's the main reason. Everyone being quite poorly, to be honest. So let's do team dynamics. Let's check the scouting after that. And let's say that you should be dribbling more, and he do take that to heart and promise to do that, so that's good. In a great kick-about area, Ryan Brandt. And what is... Well, nothing more really. So let's go to match and do another instant result match here to end this off. Our team rating 530 versus Maidenhead's 571. So we'll definitely just say get out there and keep it simple. They get the player off in the 8th minute, so we should have a good chance here, but they seem to be finding a goal in the first half, so the scoreline after one half is 0-1. And we'll say just play like we practice in training. Yeah, atmosphere is down to 4-5 after a halftime talk. Come on, you can do better. Come on. In with a goal, a draw at least. Nope. So, no goal there, and I guess we will plan in an emergency meeting or a player party or something. But yeah, the end result for Bassiter's Maidenhead United is 0-1. Our defense actually doing all right, but not our offense. Shots 3-4, shots on target 1-2, chances 4-5, possession 40-60%. So, well, sure, we didn't deserve to win that match as such, but would have been good for sure. And after that match, dropping down to 19th place, 7 points off from a playoff spot. And Sports dropping down to 9. So that's not looking up for us. And yeah, last season around we had 2 wins after this many matches, and that is something that we sort of definitely need here. And we also have our contract running out, so we need to sign a new contract as soon as possible to try and get this up, so to say. Yeah, so hopefully we can do something better here. Having a little bit of a better team on the field here at least. So, but that is something for next episode. So if you want to see more, Team of the Week, Curtin. Actually decent. Yeah, if you want to see more, make sure that you watch the next episode, and I will be seeing you then, hopefully. With that said, thank you so much for watching this episode, and yeah, as I said, see you then. Bye bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.